Hi guys, this is Ranjit, and in this video let's do the review of this robot vacuum that I have been actually using for the past 2 weeks. What do I feel about this one? And guys, if you recall, I actually had the original me vacuum that was about 3 years old. Again, watch that video because I feel it's very close to that in a lot of areas. I thought that this will be a huge improvement compared to that one. This one actually can do mopping that the old one could not do. But the mopping is very average. But before I give you my verdict and what do I feel about this, let's have a look at this and I'll break it down between what do I like and what are the things that I do not like. So guys, this is the vacuum, and here it actually has a sensor, so it just does not bump and stuff. It just goes, it knows, and it actually has too many here also we have one more sensor. I'll show you when we switch it on. This actually scans the area, and if you go here bottom, again we have some sensors here, and this brush is there, and you can also actually remove this and clean this area. It actually, the wheels go up and down, as you can see. This is a good thing, but with the wet mop I don't like it. I'll show you the wet mop also later on. The wet mop actually attaches at the back of this one, and again, as you can see, it has a lot of sensors here, so that it knows where it is going. Actually, it maps it. One thing I don't like is that I don't know why Xiaomi did this. As you can see, first of all, it's in black color, and this is a glossy plastic that they're using, and constantly you have to wipe it. It becomes so dirty actually with hand stains. I don't know, very poor choice of the glossy plastic using on a vacuum cleaner. Coming to the wet mop, we have this accessory, and you get these actually two. You can just take it on here, on this like this, and this go back and you attach this one like this. It's attached. Now you have the wet mopping option, but you just can't use it like that. You have to also change this internal tray, and that dust compartment, and use this one. This actually, here you can fill in water in this one, and this is a 2-in-1 tray, and you have to put this one, and let's say that
2-in-1 dust compartment with water tank has been installed.
So now you can use that mopping functionality. So you have to change this, and removing this is very easy.
Water tank has been removed.
You just press this and take it out. I would say the dry cleaning stuff is a lot better than the wet mopping. So guys, it's charging via its dock, and you can invoke it via the smartphone app, or you can just press this and it'll start cleaning it. And it actually scans the whole area, so it knows exactly where it is using all its sensors. So it will just scan the entire room and do the cleaning, as you can see. Let's say now, like, let it go a little bit away from the charging dock, and I'll give you an idea. Let's say I just want to pause it, and I want it to go back to its dock automatically. I can just hit this and pause it. Oops, here. And if I press this home button,
Returning to the dock to charge.
it should go back to the dock to charge. It takes a couple of seconds, about 30 seconds for it to go back to the dock. But if you just leave it on the auto mode, once the cleaning is done, it automatically goes back to the dock. And this works almost 95% of the time, I would say. Unless you have lifted it manually, then it gets confused. As you can see now, it's found the dock, and now it should automatically go there and start charging. And this works about 95% of the time. Only time it does not work is that if you have manually lifted the vacuum cleaner, then it gets confused. And now it should start charging automatically.
Starting to charge.
As you can see. So guys, doing the dry cleaning, and as you can see, it does really good on these hard floors like this, and the cleanup is actually really good. It picks up even minute dust. Yes, it does take quite a bit of time. That is something that I noticed. But one area is that it's trying to actually climb this, and it might have difficulty, as you can see. So this hasn't improved from the 2017 model. As you can see, if you have small. I was expecting that this would improve. Sometimes in this dry mode it actually goes up, but if you have that wet mop, it simply does not climb that area. As you can see, it will try to climb this area, but if I have the wet mop, it can't even climb up this area, so, and get stuck. So that is one con that I have noticed. If your house has some elevations like this, it might get stuck in some areas. So I was expecting that this new model would be better than the old one. That is not the case. So guys, with the app you can actually control the speed, so let's do that. By default, it'll, when you just press it like this without using the app, it'll always start at standard. So this is the sound. This is standard, guys, sound. Let me go to the silent mode now. This is supposed to be the silent mode. And let me just switch to the medium mode now. Definitely a lot louder. And finally, let me go to the turbo mode. Again, it gets stuck, as I've told you. This is the turbo mode. Makes quite a bit of noise in the turbo and medium. Let me switch back to the standard. This is the standard. And finally, this is the silent. So this is not the most silent robo vacuum, I would say. So guys, now I have put the vacuum and mop one, and even the mop I've attached here. So I'm going to actually invoke it via the app. So let's see the vacuuming and mopping. You can also just put it for just mopping via this app, but this will give you an idea about the mopping. It actually rotates a couple of times. So as you can see, the wet mopping, it's very lightly it does, and it dries up very quickly, but this is how it does it. But in Hindi we call it pocha. Don't expect very high results with this one. And I've also noticed that sometimes it actually, the nozzles get blocked. It got blocked after about 8 days, so I had to clean it. So you got to be careful with it. But this is the mopping thing. As you can see, very lightly it does. Gets dried up also. It's not very much wet. Very light thing. I would say this will not replace your total pocha kind of a thing. But yeah, in a pinch, yes, it does this. And you might have to fill in water for your whole house. What I've noticed is that you can do about half of the house with the water tank. So guys, we also have this Me Home app, and using which you can control this. And setting it up was a pain. It didn't set up with the first time. I had to try 3 or 4 times. And it actually maps your complete area, and you just swipe here. You get to all the options. For example, you can go to the vacuum and mop if you have attached that. Only mop option. You can also adjust the speeds. By default, it will be always on standard. And water level, I don't have the water tank attached. That's otherwise it would have shown here also. And you can just press this and start it. The advantage is that you don't have to be in the same room. I'm just going to pause it, and as you can see, it will pause and hit dock, so it will go back to the dock. So you can control it. And advantage of this is that maybe you are in your office or whatever, you can remotely start it. So that is the big advantage that you have with this app on this one. So guys, to give you an idea how much it cleaned up, it actually, this is twice that I've cleaned this house, and this is the dustbin. So let me just remove this, open this up. It's a little bit tricky always, yeah. And as you can see, this much dust. I'm just going to pour it here. This is empty, as you can see right now. And this is the dust. So it picks up a lot of fine dust also. It's not like it doesn't clean. I would say 95% of the cleaning is actually done. And you don't feel that dust, etc. when you walk on the floors. So to conclude, guys, the dry cleaning on this one is actually really good. So it actually picks up very minute dust and stuff, so that's good. Yes, it does take its time sometimes. I've noticed that sometimes it takes 20 minutes, sometimes even 30 minutes, but the battery life is good. It never in the middle actually went back because the charge was low or something like that. So in that area it's actually good. But coming to the cons, the wet mopping is not that good. It just names namesake, guys. The wet mopping just goes like this. So if any sticky dirt or something is there, don't expect that it will wipe. So that pocha, if you really want to do it, you'll have to do it manually. It's just namesake, I would say, that wet mopping. Also, when you attach that wet mopping, it simply does not climb stuff. That was a little bit disappointing to me. So overall, it's nice, but considering the price at now which Xiaomi has launched, I had pre-ordered this, and I got it for 18,000, but now the retail pricing is about 25,000. So again, that is something that you have to note. Also, yes, this model still does make quite a bit of noise in the vacuuming, and this is disappointing because I was expecting the noise to be a lot lower. It's almost the same noise levels that was on the earlier 2017 model that I had. In fact, my dad has a iLife vacuum cleaner that was about 21,000. It's not as intelligent as this one, I would say, but that in terms of noise is way more silent than this one. So it's a good product, but guys, I would say I'm having mixed results with this one. And at 25,000, I feel Xiaomi is certainly charging quite a bit of premium for this one. If it was just about 20,000, it would have been a better deal in my frank opinion. Anyways, guys, these are my frank thoughts about this one. What do you guys think about the same? Do let me know in the comment section below. And guys, if you're still not subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button. Anyways, guys, take care. Catch you later.